Car number 20 from Crescent City, Howard Ford. Car number 72 from Winchester, Kyle Pope. Car number 2 from Kelseyville, Andrew Snider. Car number 9 from Cottonwood, Randy Houston. 15J from Lakeport, Jeremy Hopkins. And 17 from Carson City, Nevada, C.J. Bawden. In car number 75 from Upper Lake, Michael Lovell. In car number 22 from Coquille, Oregon, David Miller. Car number 11 from Wilbur, Oregon, Riley Watson. Car number 39 from Upper Lake, Jim Stillman Jr. In car number 75 is Michael Lovell. Car number 75X from Upper Lake is Mike Doss. Car number 41 from Gualala, Jr. Roddy. Car number 77 from Ashland, Brad Wasmund. And in car number 47 from Piercy, Mike Bourbon. We're underway. As Matt from Shasta starts the races. Congratulations, Matt, on a great start. And we are underway. Howard Ford trying to power by the one car of Mick Moulton. Andrew Snider, we have a little tap and go there, but they get it worked out. Andrew Snider taps right into the one car, moves him over. Andrew Snider runs right in to the one car of Mick. Contributing to bringing out the yellow. Car number 1, Mick Moulton, back out on the track. Car number 1, Mick Moulton, is back out on the track. Howard Ford, your leader. The 72 car of Kyle Pope in that second spot. Randy Houston in that third spot, followed by Jeremy Hopkins and Mike Doss. Lead 5 cars stringing out fairly well. 15, Jeremy Hopkins looking to test out the water on the outside, followed by Mike Doss, but they both go back into the inside groove. Lots of time left in this 75 laps. This is where you need to have a car that's built to go over those 50 laps and still remain strong. Sometimes it just pays to sit back a little bit and let the weaker cars fade out. Howard Ford in the 20 car, 72 Kyle Pope, 9 car Randy Houston, 15 Jeremy Hopkins, and 75X Mike Doss. Coming up closer to the 1 car of Mick Moulton. He will stay high as the leaders pass by him. Howard Ford has now lapped the 1 car of Mick Moulton. '72 Kyle Pope, 9 Randy Houston. Here comes Jeremy Hopkins and Mike Doss. Howard Ford coming closer to the 47, who stays high. 47, Mike Bourbon. Staying high, and he will be actually lapped by the number 1 car here in a moment. Howard Ford, your leader, followed by Kyle Pope, Randy Houston, Jeremy Hopkins, and Mike Doss. Howard Ford coming underneath the 22 car of David Miller, lapping the 22 car. He is 1 lap now behind the leader. And now underneath Kyle Pope, Randy Houston, Jeremy Hopkins, and the 75X of Mike Doss. Mike Doss looking to challenge the 15J of Jeremy Hopkins from the outside. Jeremy Hopkins trying to keep up as much of the track as he can to prevent the challenge. But Mike Doss and Jeremy Hopkins have raced with each other before, so this is definitely going to be a race of veterans against each other. Mike Doss, no stranger to some of the techniques that Jeremy Hopkins is going to use. And now they are side by side coming into turns 3 and 4. Mike Doss looking to get by the 15J of Jeremy Hopkins and is able to do it. Mike Doss now in that 4th spot. Randy Houston challenging 72 Kyle Pope. Randy Houston gets by, and here comes Mike Doss doing the same. I'm not sure if Kyle Pope is fading a little bit or just what, but all of a sudden he finds himself relegated to 5th. As Randy Houston and Mike Doss move into 2nd and 3rd. Jeremy Hopkins now into 4th. Putting Kyle Pope into 5th. Howard Ford caught up in traffic, trying to get by the 22 and then the 77. 77 being passed by the leader flag. And then here comes Randy Houston, Mike Doss, and Jeremy Hopkins as Howard Ford is trying to get by the 77 of Brad Wasmund. Adamantly, Johnny Miskell is letting the 77 know he is not to race the leaders. Vigorous flag waving of the "you're being passed by the leader" flag. Howard Ford, Randy Houston, Mike Doss, Jeremy Hopkins, and a distant 72 Kyle Pope for that 5th spot. Mike Doss gets by 9 of Randy Houston, and now into the 2nd spot is Mike Doss, with the 3rd now Randy Houston and Jeremy Hopkins right behind the 9 car of Randy Houston. Jeremy Hopkins challenging car number 9. Jeremy Hopkins challenging Randy Houston as Mike Doss challenging underneath Howard Ford. The car number 20 is your current leader, but he's being challenged underneath by the 75X of Mike Doss. Mike Doss working his way into the lead position, now takes it. Mike Doss is now your leader. Howard Ford in second. Jeremy Hopkins in third. Randy Houston in fourth, and 72 Kyle Pope in a distant fifth. As Mike Doss now begins to eat up the laps. The question is which cars are going to fade and which ones are going to be. 39 has spun out in turn 2. Car number 39 spun out. That's Jim Stillman Jr. That'll bring out the caution. But as I was mentioning to you, and Mike Doss is your leader, Howard Ford in second, Jeremy Hopkins, Randy Houston, and Kyle Pope in a distant fifth. The 77 car is a lap car by the lead 4 cars. Kyle Pope goes to the outside to get by the 77. Again, 77 is a lapped car by the lead 4 cars, now being lapped by the 5th place car. Mike Doss, Howard Ford, Jeremy Hopkins, Randy Houston, Kyle Pope, and 11 of Riley Watson. 2, Andrew Snider is on the infield in turn 4. Andrew Snider on the infield in turn 4. Andrew Snider looking to come back out and makes his way back out. Here come the leaders. Andrew Snider in the back of the pack. Has to work his momentum up. Now gets passed by Mike Doss, Howard Ford, Jeremy Hopkins, Randy Houston, Kyle Pope, and soon to be Riley Watson. '47, Mike Bourbon, and the 2 car, Andrew Snider, both well off the pace of the rest of the pack. Andrew Snider going into the pits. Car number 2, Andrew Snider going into the pits. Mike Doss lapping a second time the 47 of Mike Bourbon. Here comes Howard Ford, Jeremy Hopkins, Randy Houston, and Kyle Pope, followed by Riley Watson. Jeremy Hopkins looking to challenge the 20 car of Howard Ford, looking for an opportunity, especially if Ford drifts high. Jeremy Hopkins would like to come in underneath and keep him high. So the race right now is between the 20 car of Howard Ford and the 15J of Jeremy Hopkins for second. Mike Doss getting into position to thread the needle again as he passes one car of Mick Moulton. And the race right now is between Howard Ford and Jeremy Hopkins. Jeremy Hopkins hoping to keep Howard Ford on the outside as they come to threading the needle, but Howard Ford does have that second spot nicely sewn up at the moment. Jeremy Hopkins looking to hold him down as they get closer to the number 1 car, Mick Moulton. The question is, which way is Mick Moulton going to go? Is he going to go high, as he appears to be now? And now drops down a little bit low. He gets the flag letting him know he's being passed by the leaders. Mick Moulton now passed by Jeremy Hopkins as well, as Jeremy Hopkins loses a little bit of distance in his bid for second in fighting off the 20 car of Howard Ford. Mike Doss in the 75X, again looking to lap the 47 of Mike Bourbon. And the 20 car now getting by 77 of Brad Wasmund, followed by Jeremy Hopkins. Jeremy Hopkins looking to make something happen, but he has to have the right momentum, right space, and be able to outguess where the slower cars are going to go in order to challenge Howard Ford for that second spot. Jeremy Hopkins trying to work up the momentum to challenge the 20 car of Howard Ford on the outside. Coming out of turn 4, this is where the race is at right now between Jeremy Hopkins and Howard Ford. Jeremy Hopkins trying to get that right rear corner under control so that he can be alongside Howard Ford, holding him down. And now the race is right here in front of you in the front stretch, giving the Miss Piggy flag to Howard Ford. Jeremy Hopkins there to power by the 20 car of Howard Ford, now taking that second spot away. Mike Doss continues to lead. Jeremy Hopkins now in second. Howard Ford in third. Randy Houston in fourth. Kyle Pope in fifth. And the 11 car of Riley Watson in sixth. Tie-in here in turn 3 in the backstretch. 75 Mike Doss puts on the binders a little bit to avoid that altercation. 41 and 39, car number 41. Cameras in the backstretch and the front stretch. DVD available at the souvenir trailer. Just order them there or at Century Market. Lights are out. Green flags waving. Mike Doss, Jeremy Hopkins, Howard Ford, Randy Houston, and now the 72 Kyle Pope powers by the 77 car. And Riley Watson looking to get by 77 also. 77 is a lap car, now lapped twice or more. Jeremy Hopkins, having worked his way close to 75X of Mike Doss with virtually half a track of room to work. Here comes your leader, Mike Doss, Jeremy Hopkins, Howard Ford, Randy Houston, Kyle Pope, and Riley Watson. Jim Stillman Jr. trying to challenge the 11 car to 47, Mike Bourbon lapped again by the leaders. But right now, Jim Stillman Jr. and Riley Watson battle out, but they make contact. Riley Watson comes out the victor of that onslaught as Jim Stillman Jr. slows down. He already has 2 spin outs. Riley Watson still maintains his 6th spot. White flag is out for our leader, Mike Doss, Jeremy Hopkins, Howard Ford, Randy Houston, Kyle Pope, and the 11 car of Riley Watson. They are in their last lap, and coming out of turn 4 right now for the double checkered flag is Mike Doss taking the win. Jeremy Hopkins in 2nd, Howard Ford in 3rd, Randy Houston in 5th, Kyle Pope in 5th, and the 11 car of Riley Watson coming in that 6th spot. Well, congratulations to Mike Doss, 75 laps, $2,000. Jeremy Hopkins coming in 2nd for $1,000. Howard Ford coming in 3rd for $900. Randy Houston coming in 4th for $800. Kyle Pope coming in 5th for $750, and Riley Watson coming in 6th for $700 to win. Nice trophy, lots of photographs, checkered flags. Mike Doss, no stranger to the victory circle, but now walking away from the North State Challenge Series, brought to you by Scottfield Executive Hotels, $2,000 in the purse to win. I want to remind you that next weekend we are at Ukiah Speedway, and then we return here to Lakeport Speedway on August 25th. Speedway with the modifieds, late models, mini stocks, bombers, and the bonus bombers. There he is, Mike Doss. Congratulations. North State Challenge Series brought to you by Scottfield Executive Hotels, and $2,000 in the purse. Lap feature event yet to come. Hope you stick around for that.